It's a lot of supernatural activity going on right now around me, and I'm convinced that I need to bring a message. So I've been listening, right? Whoever you are, you the one who can remember. You remember? You remember? You remember? Okay? Sentences. The lights just flickered. Sentences of these ungodly practices and rules, okay? A lot of these ungodly practices, these folk couldn't afford your strength to develop. Don't touch anything that is clean. 111 I just saw on a timer. Don't touch anything that is unclean either, okay? I think these are flower petals. You remember as a kid plucking the flower petals? I used to eat the rose petals. Walking up on our home, our single family house, my grandparents' home, walking up to the porch, lawn on this side, lawn on the other side, walkway in the middle, 6 rose bushes to the left, 6 rose bushes to the right, a rose bush right here at this banister, okay? In the back, we had an apple tree. I want to say we had a pear tree too, okay? And some more roses, if I ain't mistaken. But I used to eat the rose petals, and my day ones criticized me. And as I can recall, I'm convinced now that I was being told to eat those rose petals because the plans of the wicked started when I was a child. So let me tell you something about you and the plans of the wicked and these ungodly practices that you didn't recognize, analyzed, and realized about the ones who witnessed these ungodly practices being done on you. Okay? You these folk been mocking you and making fun of you, and they some spiritual criminals around these parts. Do you understand me? Filthy, evil, spiritual criminals who thought that they was going to use your vessel as transportation to a corner that they couldn't even post on. So you can remember this couple, okay? They drove a fast car is what I'm hearing. I'm tapping into some energy, okay? I've been instructed to tell you to leave them and stay away. You have unmasked these filthy spirits, okay? They know who you are. They fear you. You can see it in their eyes. You can remember. It's a market on the corner is what I'm hearing too. You as a kid, this market on the corner, you licking your lollipop or you eating your candy bar, you eating your chips, your pretzels, your ice cream sandwich, your ice cream cone, and these spiritual criminals had a different type of industry around them days. It could have been a dope game, it could have been a weed game, it could have been they was, whatever. But you can remember. You can remember who was driving. You can remember the omen. You know enough. You know enough, okay, of the right stuff. So, the plans of the wicked, they doomed now. You hear me? They doomed. their evil plans and the witnesses, oh, they want to treasure you now. I just saw 508 on the timer, and I'm looking at angel number 216, 216, and that is treasure. Blessings surround you. You are surrounded by beauty every moment of your life, and your angels are nudging you to see it. What little things do you experience every day that have been lacking your appreciation? Be very observant today as you create a list of all the blessings you see around you, but don't always treasure. Strength in numbers when it comes to evil, trying to defeat those who are of the light, okay? You don't need nobody to overcome them, okay? But they are in need of your 10 cents. It is somebody who's about to come spouting tears instead of gasoline or kerosene or some propane, a different type of fire within you, okay? I'm hearing it's your attitude. South Circle, okay? They know, like right about now, that's why these tears are falling down, down, down. They know right about now that the justice system about to be in their ass. They know how, I don't care, y'all, how the divided states of America has been mocking the Most High, and they have taken God out of everything, okay? These people lobby for a different principle, okay? They lobby for a different principle, and now they want to right their wrongs because they know they are doomed. This omen, the first sign, they saw it. They steady with it too, okay? They remembering a baseball game is what I'm hearing, okay? A baseball game. What baseball game? I don't know. I don't know nothing about no baseball, but it's something that they remembering, okay? It's an error that was made. They had nothing in common with this person. You hear me? And it was plain as day. But that spirit was so strong to overcome, okay? They knew something was wrong. They knew something was weird because they had already, toiled and tilled and tended to these gardens. They were some new school fools, okay? And the signs of that time, they considered whatever this spirit was that was helping them, they felt like this spirit was gonna, because the spirit, this deity, whoever it is that they're serving, got them up out of some corrupted ass mess, that they was going to be shielded from any natural spiritual disasters that would be beyond their control, because this deity would have their back, their front, their side to side. No, they got tricked by this trickster spirit, and now they praying to the God we love that they mocked, along with this business person who spent their time trying to corner them so that they can market them instead of give them what it is that they promised, all right? So, driving nowhere fast, okay? Driving nowhere fast. instead of, being a part of the industry that their God-given gifts are, okay? They were bestowed with some gifts. However, they made a lot of wrong turns going nowhere fast, and they wanted to live life on their terms and speed some things up, and they made a right and a wrong turn, and they crept into somebody else's spiritual system, okay? And they suffering some consequences. So you recall is what I'm hearing. The hand-me-downs, all right? You needing a fan in that 90 degree weather, and somebody was just buying an AC, all right? Besides money that they was looking for, okay? They wanted to be somewhere bathing on the beach in a one piece or some Speedos, all right? But they really thought the sky was the limit too, okay? And they thought it was no limit to their sinful practices. And they ran into somebody who tempted them, okay, to go against you. And they said no once, okay, enough is enough. Then they got the kissing and licking on them. And that extravagant life that they wanted, okay, that spirit of that time locked them down, all right? Instead of them paying attention to these sentences and looking up these words, they just, I don't even know why they went there. Whoever this karmic is, they've just dove in a spiritual cesspool, or they've been diving in a spiritual cesspool, and they've been made to think that they were on a sunny beach or some shit, okay? So when somebody that they dealing with, instead of divorcing their wife or their husband, they live in the same home with them in separate rooms, but they still hitting that male or female. And the sons or the daughters then already got this person hip to it too, okay? The mistress or the mister, okay? Somebody they missing a tooth, a tooth fell out or something, is what I'm hearing. So they just moved, or they're living in a nice house, right? A nice house. And those are the rewards from this spiritual corruption. And they feel like it's their birthright. However, they pursued their birthright on similar paths of those who were writing down those intentions and those scribes and doing those vision boards, okay? It was how they marketed this occult mind to them too, okay? Somebody told them to stay on a destined path, told them about the toxic, aggressive nature of this narcissist, all right, who was going to have them in competition, who was going to have them, soon joining polygamy town, okay, moderately, because that's their policy. They got a harem, and they didn't neglect to tell anyone, okay? Got them exercising, and although, that's a good thing, but they want to shrink them literally and figuratively, okay? There's been some buttons that was pressed, okay? Instead of some erogenous zones. And whoever this master is distinctively has been very cruel and disagreeable, and been curtailing this car, this truck or whatever, alright? It's an ending coming. And it's kind of like, you know, this ending is invented. It was a picture that was painted. Okay? It was a picture that was painted and it's trashed. It's trashed. And consistently, this person is having something extravagant done for these ladies. And it's kind of like they put them in like documentaries. What type of goddamn documentaries? So low budget porn, okay? Because I heard naked documentaries. Whoever this person is, this mistress, they loyal to this master of theirs, okay? And this master is a mutt. The mutts of mankind, okay? They was romantic at first, kissing up under the mistletoe and all that, okay? And this mistress was their ideal modern housewife and maid, and they was sculpting this mistress into a artificial socialist or something like that. Okay? There's been a lot of three-way action. Okay? A lot of three-way action. But it's something that's most definitely about to lead them all to some strange behaviors, okay? And it's this deity. They spiritual criminals. They criminals, period. And they wrapped up in a court system right now, okay? It's a lot of shit that's been playing this day. And the G said, leave them be. Leave them where they at. You don't have an option, because this group of people can only remain calm for so long because somebody's shaking the come up off of their brain and doing the knowledge, alright? Not only that, they don't like the fact that these kids, these children, alright, is speaking some raw dog reality. They lightweight pledge and they love, for real. You don't have nothing in common with this person or these people. And I've been instructed to tell you to leave them, the FUCK, alone. Don't touch nothing else unclean. Because at this present point of time, karma, a bitch. You hear me? I'm talking about karma, a bitch. See, because this deity that they play with is ancient and it's not classy in any manner, and sure enough trying to bring a lot of miserable chapters that ain't nobody gonna escape, and they feel like they on an adventure, okay? They all been well informed about doomsday. You hear me? They all been well informed about doomsday. So now I'm hearing, you know, whoever this master, and this is how they telling me to say this master, because that's what he preferred to. It's they second home is prison, all right. They second home is prison. Well mannered, well informed man, okay, but whacked out. And that's really what they seek out, okay? They got a spiritual arithmetic that they personified, okay? And it's not marriage, it's polygamy. And they like for their subjects to be stupid and to suffer through these what they call um, adventures because they feel like they being thoughtful, but this thoughtful man is a poor man. And all these chicks, except for I guess you, boo boo, 2020, I just saw on the timer, all these chicks, they don't mind being on this shit brick road, but you like to manage your own abundance, but they campaigning to get your money, baby. All right? Somebody just went and got their nails done, or somebody a manicurist or in the beauty industry or something. They got so many goddamn emotions that they are feeling, but they are noticing that, with something going on with their expense account, is what I'm hearing. And they're a little bit too cowardly to speak up because they know that this master got them card numbers.